Come on, Alex. Make sure you talk.
Exposing Errol Spence Jr. on his upcoming fight against Mikey Garcia. Stay tuned. Oh shit.
Well,
You super loud.
that's because I'm from the side. Let's get into it.
Alright, remember what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all the evidence that all the fans has been pointed at on claiming that Errol Spence doesn't have the head movement, that he comes straight forward, and we're gonna talk about these things that we're gonna exploit and expose Errol Spence Jr. As you can see in this video, he is fighting Serhiy Sapijev from Kazakhstan, same place that Triple G is from, and he is in the Olympic Games over here. And now we can see that he's having a hard time with the speed of this fighter and with the straight punches coming at him. You know, the Kazakhstan fighter is using combination punches, using straight punches as well, you know, and coming forward, moving all around, using different angles, while Errol Spence Jr. is just maintaining his high guard.
That really right there makes Errol Spence, like, you know what I'm saying, in some form of fashion, look like you said, exposed and exploiting all the things that there is. So when you look at the fight, you see that Errol is trying to do what he normally do, but it's not working because this guy throwing that snappy jab, you know, moving and keeping Errol off his timing and putting him out of position. What do you think this guy gonna do next? He gonna do the exact same thing. It's gonna be pop, 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 and move to the other side, pop, 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 move to the other side, continuously avoiding Errol Spence's power, allowing him to dominate him, and not standing in front of him. This guy is really exploding Errol in this fight. He is. Did he win this fight?
Yeah, he did. He was the one that took out Errol Spence Jr. from the competition. You know, he's a good, well-known boxer in the Olympic Games. But I just showed you right there that Errol Spence, you know, what the people have been talking about is some sort of truth, you know, in some sort of way. Now you got here Errol Spence as a professional against Emmanuel Laiter. That was one of the undefeated fighters that he faced when he was coming up in the ranks. And you can see, you know, smaller fighter, just like Mikey Garcia, shorter fighter, and you see how he gets to rock Errol Spence Jr. with the combination left to the body, right to the head. You know, don't think Mikey Garcia has no power.
For real.
You know, like for real, because you're gonna be impressed. This is also here while Errol Spence was coming up in the ranks, fighting against Alejandro Barrera, 28-2.
Yes.
And I was there in this fight, you know, and this fight, you know, Errol Spence won every round of this fight. Don't get this twisted, you know, but it's just the little things that people get to do on him, little success that they don't even know they had that little success because they're just in the middle of the fight. But every time that uppercut lands on Errol Spence, it has some sort of effect. Not only on Barrera throwing it, but other fighters as well, you know.
This is a moment in time where Errol got to work on.
Errol cannot keep showing these vulnerabilities, you know, because then he perhaps can walk through Mikey Garcia.
Yes,
you know, he perhaps can, and he can perhaps take all the shots. But Mikey Garcia is gonna exploit and expose Errol Spence if he behaves this way.
Yes.
If he comes this way to fight Mikey Garcia, and that's not good because you have fighters like Keith Thurman, fighters like Terrence Crawford, fighters like Manny Pacquiao still out there. They will be watching. They will be watching this fight.
And it's just like this situation right here with Kell Brook. Kell Brook showed where, you know, Errol, you know, was open and how open he really was. And most people, you know what I'm saying, say in this fight that Kell, you know what I'm saying, what he was. Anyway, so I mean,
yeah, you gotta
don't be biased.
You gotta look at things at perspective. This is one of Errol Spence's most important wins in his career.
It was.
But at the same time, you gotta look at the Kell Brook was coming out of a knockout loss against Triple G at a higher weight classes with a eye socket, not an eye socket, an eye
Yeah, it's
bone,
out,
whatever.
but yeah, it was out of.
You know, he was a broken fighter when he came to the fight. Whether, you know, whatever, that's what he was.
Yeah, he was.
And you know, and it's just the way it is. Then you have it against Lamont Peterson. He walked through Lamont Peterson, but there was spots in which Lamont Peterson landed some bombs.
Beautiful shots,
you
man.
know, on Errol Spence Jr. You know, and once again, that was Lamont Peterson, a fighter that got destroyed in 2 or 3 rounds against Lucas Matisse, which is a C-level fighter.
Very much
you
so
know,
C-level
but
fighter.
he went 7 rounds against Errol Spence after a long layoff. You know, so
Yeah.
these things that he put Errol Spence Jr. into question.
That
his
right
skills,
there.
those exchanges right
he
there.
can't do that against Mikey,
You
man.
cannot give yourself like that. He gets so open in exchanges, and other fighter gets the best of it at some point.
They do.
You know.
And when I look at Earl, you check this out. This is what's funny about the whole situation. As you said that, Mikey sees something, man. And I'm like wondering to myself, is this what he see? The opening gaps and trading, but getting probably trade in flash moments and spur moments because it's speed. And he do keep his hands up high. And he don't fight with his hands and try to, you know, perpetrate all this and that in the ring. Is this what Mikey see?
But I don't know. But one thing is for sure, Mikey will be bringing the speed, the angle, the intelligence, and the ring IQ into this boxing match. And I'm hoping, and I'm very hoping that Derek James and Errol Spence take this into consideration.
Yes.
The sparring bigger opponents that's not just it.
No,
you
it's not.
better have some very good sparring partners that
Yes,
will give you that work. And you know, and that way you can be successful, you know, because you cannot coming forward into this fight. And
against Mikey, man.
just because
Not
of 2
against
reasons. Like the reasons, like I said, you can still walk through Mikey Garcia,
could.
but you're gonna get exposed by doing, and when it's time to face fighters like Thurman, like Crawford, like Harrison, like Charlo,
Them
like
guys
on the
are-
154, like Mujia,
Yeah.
like Canelo himself,
These guys.
then you know for a fact that
These guys
this
are
guy
monsters.
won't last.
These
Won't
guys
last.
are monsters, man.
You know, so this is the opportunity to show the skills that he claims he got. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.